semi-good, semi-terrible start. First off, it's hot. I'm sweating like crazy. I already made a sale from a returning customer, follows me on social media, so thank you so much for coming by. But I forgot shopping bags, so Cody's going back to get them. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I always forget something. 10 minutes into the event and we've already made a table. I have a good feeling about this. Okay, here's the booth. We did a few things differently. We brought out the clothes racks for single day because grid walls are a bit rough to set up for just a few hours. The biggest difference here is I'll zoom out again, is the table setup. I kept the sticker wall and the postcards, but a few other things have changed. I've added my banner here. I think it looks good for branding. I've moved my mirror over here. It used to be like in a corner here, but I noticed people didn't recognize it right off the bat. They didn't know it was there. But at SJ Made, so many people are taking pictures, so I decided to put it here. I think it's gonna be good. We've got new inventory. It's kind of dark, but we've got new keychains. You can check out my Instagram for a closer look at the art. And we've got wrist straps. Then the rest of it still stays pretty much the same. Oh, and instead of displaying a poster, I've decided to just display the poster catalog. I just think this is more efficient on space. But I think it looks good. We'll see how it goes. Hello, our check-in. I've already had a few people from social media come, so hello, thank you so much for coming by. I've already had a few friends, local friends, come by, so thank you guys. And we literally made table in like the first 10 minutes. So it was fantastic. Gotta love a cheap booth fee. I have a really good feeling about today. I think it's gonna go well. I'm really excited for my first event in my hometown. We're out here in the Solano Mall parking lot, which is like where I, used to hang out after high school. So it's so funny to be selling there too, to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that. The only con is that it is like stupid hot. So hopefully that doesn't keep people from coming out later on. We got 4 more hours into the event. I'm already pretty happy. But and shout out to Eni for getting me boba. Yay! Thanks, Eni. Queen's here. Hi. It's hot. It's so hot. It's too hot. That looks good. What is it? It's Yum Burger. On my way to the mall, just right across the street, to get some water and bathroom break because they don't even have water stations at this event. What the heck? Weights properly, guys. It's so windy for being so hot, and a lot of canopies are like, and displays, they're lifting, they're flying, because vendors here don't know how to properly prepare for things like wind. They have like either 0 or only like 1 or 2 weights holding their tents down, and I'm like, if any of my stuff gets damaged or gets hurt, I'm really pissed. But they're gonna definitely hurt someone. Also, in addition to that, it is crazy how miserably hot I am. We've done Foodieland Sacramento. It's Sacramento. Sacramento is like the hottest place around here. But Foodieland prepared for this heat better by providing shade, by providing water stations, different places to sit and cool off. BossCon is not doing any of that. Also, I can like barely find the trash can. What's with that? It's a food event. You should have, sorry, someone has like their canopy. I'm gonna show you. I guess that's like one strategy to avoid the wind. The wind has just been so bad. We had to take down like one of our displays. I just don't want to stress about it. Then on top of all of that, I genuinely feel sick. I feel like throwing up. I was just moving around too much in the sun too much. Once again, because they did not prepare properly for this heat. And to top all of it off, sales are okay. They started out great. Like that first hour was great. Second hour was fine. Third hour is dead. And I don't think it's gonna pick back up because it's too hot. And this is my second BossCon event. The first one, there's a reason I haven't done another one for a while. It's 3 o'clock, 3ish, something like that. Quick update on inventory. The new stuff is doing well. I've sold a good number of these, few keychains. Honestly, more than I was expecting to at an event like this. I thought this would be more for like night markets and conventions, so I'm glad that they're doing well even here. And then after that, bestsellers are shirts and stickers too, per usual. Got the fan here because I'm dying. During my break, I went to the mall and I was looking for more succulent unicornos, but I think that collection was really popular because there was none left. I did, however, find a cheese. Hold on. This wind has me so stressed out. Oh my gosh. I had to move around a couple things because of the wind. Start off with the Mermacornos. I barely looked at this. I just wanted unicornos. How cute. I really like shrimpy. That would be great. I think jellyfish is cute. And I think this one is cute. I'm excited. I don't have any Mermacornos yet, actually, so I'm not mad about this one at all. I think it's a jellyfish. Oh my gosh, so cute! Other one, I went to the register with just the other box, but then I found this at the checkout. Chromie is my favorite. I don't care for my melody. So, looking at the options, I would prefer something with a unicorno, so it can go with my unicorno collection. But I do love the Chromie in a cup too. I really don't want a My Melody alone figure. I'll take her in a cup. I don't want one of those two. Watch me get one of those two. Always, the top is always too cute, so we always open from the bottom. Ooh, okay, I think it's a unicorno. It feels like there's a unicorno in there. Oh, it's not. Oh. She's okay, I guess. I did say I wouldn't mind her in the teacup, but I want a Chromie. This 1 out of 2 isn't so bad. I do really like her. This is the most beautiful bag of kettle corn I've ever seen in my life. I can't wait to eat it. We're in the last 30 minutes. It's been solid for what it is. Not the best, but far from the worst. Especially considering the booth price and commute and everything, so good filler. Made a couple $100 from other vendors in that last like 10 minutes. Which took this event from being like okay to like pretty solid. Talk more in the recap, but overall I'm happy. I'm just like sweaty and a little exhausted, but I'll see you in the recap. Looks good. Can you see what a hot mess I am? I'm miserable. It's the last time I do an event in Fairfield in the summer. Welcome to the recap and review portion of the vlog where we recap and review the event. Let's talk about some details that you might have missed initially. This event was called Taste of the Bay. It was hosted by the organization called the BossCon, who I have sold with previously. I didn't have the best experience, but I wanted to give them another shot. We'll talk about my conclusion to this second shot later. This event was hosted on July 20th from 12 to 5 on a Saturday in Fairfield, California, which is a town that I grew up in, and the commute was very, very short. So talking about, what went well, what went bad. First off, starting with the good, the commute was really short, which was really nice. I'm used to driving an hour plus, so I didn't have to wake up till 8. Drive was only like 15 minutes. It was great. I can see why a lot of people only do local events. It makes your life a little bit easier. I was able to debut new inventory, including my keychains and my wrist straps, and they were received really well, especially the wrist straps. So that made me really excited because it's an item that I'm actually personally really excited about. I immediately set aside one and a keychain for me. So I'm glad that other people like it just as much as I do. And then in addition to that, the main thing about events is how did the sales go? Sales were pretty good. We basically made what I expect from a single day event. If you've watched previous vlogs of mine, I like to compare events to other events. This was along the same lines as CarrierCon in terms of profit and in terms of how affordable the table was, which by the way, the booth fee was only $90. So that is the other pro to this. We love a cheap booth fee. I was able to cover costs in 10 minutes. So that was great. My best hours for sales were both the first and the very last hour. So that's always really nice when you can start something strong and finish strong. You can walk away with a good feeling. And lastly, something was awesome was that I actually generated a lot of my own traffic. A lot of my customers were either some of my followers from Instagram, some of my viewers from YouTube. Thanks for coming by and saying hi, or even just friends and family in the area. So it's cool to know that I have a little bit of a pool and that I can bring people into events, because sometimes if they're slower, you kind of need to bring your own traffic. Me generating my own traffic paired with a little bit of the organic traffic made for a good sales event. Now, despite these good things, there were two major cons that, quite frankly, really frustrated me. First off, the weather, which I don't like to blame event organizers for the weather. That is something that is completely out of their control. However, based on the emails that we had the weeks leading up to it, it seemed like they were really concerned about the heat, which I was not concerned because I've sold at events much hotter. Foodieland Sacramento, for example. It gets so hot in Sacramento. But in Sacramento, they provide relief. They have lots of shaded areas. They have fans with misters. They have water stations. So I was like, oh, it's not hard to provide relief in a hot situation like that. Despite all the emails and the concerns about the heat, we show up and there doesn't seem to be much relief provided at all. There's 2 canopies for shade for customers to eat under, but there aren't fans, which I can understand because that gets kind of expensive with electricity and the rental, and that's going to jack up the booth fee. So I can understand that. But something that really frustrates me is that there was no water. It is 95 degrees. We need some kind of hydration. And so we had to hike to the mall, which on a normal day would have been fine, but on a hot day, it's an incline to go to the food court and get water. But I had to do that in the heat because I drink a lot of water. And by the time I come back after that walk in the heat, I feel so sick and exhausted by 2 or 3 p.m. Also paired with the fact that I had been setting up my whole canopy by myself because Cody had to go grab some things that we forgot. But I am truly sick at this point. I have heat exhaustion. I feel like throwing up. And this could have been easily prevented had there just been water. I don't understand why they didn't provide water stations. In addition to that, a lot of the vendors around me, their canopies were not properly weighted down, which is very hazardous. Just the right angle and the right gust of wind and your whole canopy is gone. That could take out a person. You have to properly weigh down your things. And no, 25-pound weights on each corner is not enough. 25 times 4, that's 100. That's not even a whole human being. You'd be better off just hanging off the edge of your canopy and holding it down with your own strength. Once again, that's something that could have been prevented by the organizers had they just gone around and made sure everyone's canopies were weighted down. We wouldn't have had a problem, or we wouldn't have had that risk. So these two frustrations stem from the fact that I feel like the organizers could have prevented this, or they could have provided some sort of solution for these things. And I find that really frustrating, not because of inconvenience, not because of annoyance, but because of safety. Those are not safe conditions. And so I'm not super happy about that. I do love seeing some of my small business friends, so it was so great to see Lori. And then I was also able to sell with another friend of mine for the first time, Jessica from Dunkin's Loca Bread. It was so cool to sell at the same event as you and finally try your food, which by the way, it's great. It's sugar-free and it's gluten-free, so go check them out if you like that kind of stuff. And if you don't like that kind of stuff, it just tastes like a really good dessert. So go check them out. So 1 point for getting to sell with some great vendor friends, another point for being really close by and really affordable. And then lastly, I'll give a half a point because we did pretty decent sales. So overall, this event gets like a 2.5 out of 5. I'm grateful always for the opportunity to sell my art, but those frustrations, despite only being 2, were pretty significant for me. So that's not an environment I'm interested in selling in again. Editing Kelsey here with the kettle corn I bought. I am really grateful because I got to buy kettle corn, but honestly, editing and reliving this vlog has made me realize how miserable this event really made me. So I'm gonna deduct that half point, and it's just a 2 out of 5. I'm tempted to even go lower, but I'll be nice. What do you guys think? Am I being dramatic? Okay, I'll take that back. I'm being a little dramatic, but at the same time, like, is this a environment you'd be comfortable selling in, or is that something you wouldn't enjoy either? Let me know in the comments below. This event's done and over with. Let's look forward to what's next. Next week, you can expect to see a vlog of 626 Night Market Bay Area, the last one of the year. And I am so excited. It's one of my favorites. Last year is one of my best events of the whole year. And I honestly expect it to do that again this year. So hopefully it meets expectations. I also get to see a lot of friends, and my sister's gonna be in town. So it's just gonna be a fun time overall. Make sure you are subscribed so that you know when that video comes out. Or if you're local to the area, I would love if you stopped by and said hi. I know I have neglected my online shop for my in-person events. I'm sorry. They do take priority, but for my next shop update, I do wanna give a lot of you online the opportunity to shop with me. So August 9th, I'm gonna have a huge shop update. If there is anything that you've seen in these vlogs that you've been wanting to get, and you wanna check out new inventory, August 9th, be sure to check out my website. I'm gonna have a huge update, including new things. And I'm also gonna have a lot of fun special offers. So make sure you're staying tuned to my vlogs to find out about those offers. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one when we go to 626 Night Market Bay Area. Bye. Okay, time to do some important business now that we're done recording our vlog. Perfect.